Hi, I'm Dr. Burkenstock, owner of Skin Body Health in New Orleans, Louisiana and Mandeville, Louisiana. I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about colostrum. Interesting story. I'm out of the country right now, and I was talking to some of the local doctors here, some of my colleagues, and we started talking about the benefits of cactus and other natural nutrients to their particular region. So this morning I had cactus juice. It was absolutely wonderful. And we got on the subject of colostrum. Colostrum is a pretty big deal here, and it actually should be a pretty big deal in the United States too. So colostrum is a great, wonderful immune booster, and not only is it good for immunity, it's also good for many other things as well, which we will discuss today. So colostrum, and many of you may or may not remember, colostrum is made from the mother's milk. So when a mother has a child and is getting ready to nurse, then of course she first produces colostrum, which is not actual milk. It's a substance that is secreted that is full of growth factors, interleukin 2, 6, 5, and other interleukins, things that get the body to grow, so of course the baby to grow. So it's wonderful for premature babies. And it also gets an adult to not grow, but anti-age or improve their health or repair tissue. So what are some of the things that colostrum that we know? Well, we know that it has natural growth factors. And it can be gotten from the mother's breast when she just begins to breastfeed, or before actual milk comes out when she begins lactation. It also is gotten from other mammals in much the same vein. So a cow will also produce this type of colostrum, bovine colostrum as well. This colostrum has lots of growth factors, immunoglobulins, which support immunity, interleukin 1, 2, 6, lactoferrin, and a lot of other big chemical names like lactoperoxidase and lysozyme, and protein-rich proteins, PRP. All of these things substantiate healing, growth, and anti-aging. So let's talk a little bit about what this colostrum can do. There are some current research. Now, this isn't available a lot to the general public, but there is clinical research that shows if somebody has HPV. HPV is a sexually transmitted infection, and it can result in warts or cervical cancer, or if a man and a woman spread it to each other, oral cancer, etc., etc. HPV has always been, there are some mild forms, and then there's some, of course, more dangerous forms. But what the newest research is showing is that if the vaginal walls of the female who may be infected with HPV is bathed in a bath of colostrum liquid, 10% or greater, they are showing cure rates in something that otherwise would promote a cancer. It's still preliminary research, but it is exciting, and it just lets us know how much nature can give to us through natural supplements and such. There are different types of colostrum, and you want to always get the type of colostrum that is obtained from cows that are not fed antibiotics, steroids, or any of the other things that are not good, hormones that aren't good for the human. So there are definite supplement brands. We have a brand at Skin Body Health that it is made with pure cattle bovine colostrum that is not tainted with antibiotics or steroids or hormones. Let's go over a few of the things that colostrum can benefit you with. Well, first of all, during these times where we've got flu, coronavirus, and all these other viruses out in the community, colostrum has been shown to prevent the flu if someone has the flu vaccine or doesn't have the flu vaccine. So again, it's very light research. It's not double-blinded controlled trials. However, it's enough research for anti-aging specialists, supplemental specialists, and people that practice natural medicine that we certainly want to lend our cap to that, it's just showing some beautiful results. So some of the things colostrum helps with. In BPH, which is an enlarged prostate, some of the early studies are showing that can actually help and decrease the size of the prostate. In vaginal atrophy, which is something that menopausal women get by and large, some of the symptoms of menopause, is where the vagina tissue is thinning. And it can make for a very uncomfortable or chapped or situation where you're prone to more bacterial vaginosis and other things. So colostrum baths are also showing internally to help with that as well. Again, those aren't really readily available to the general public yet, but the preliminary trials are exciting. So, will taking colostrum supplements by mouth, orally, in a tablet capsule form, help with vaginal atrophy? We don't know yet. We think so, and it looks very promising. And we do know that colostrum, given to the babies, proven over time, it's even added to a lot of baby formulas. We do know that colostrum, bovine colostrum, improves the immune system, decreases bacterial counts, so it's an antibacterial, as well as an antifungal. We're also seeing that it increases lean muscle mass and helps burn excess body fat. Another wonderful small attribute of the colostrum is it's helping with dry eyes. So not everyone has dry eyes. A lot of times it's caused from contacts or menopause. In menopause, our natural testosterone goes down in the female, and that testosterone is what controls the glands in the upper eyelid, which help produce some liquid or natural tears. So when we are having this issue, try the colostrum. It just may help to improve those dry eyes, or dry eyes from contacts or any other circumstance. We're also seeing where colostrum improves mood and well-being. Well, isn't that a lot better than taking a large dose of Prozac? In my book, always yes. So colostrum, B12, B9, which is the methylated folate, SAMe, those are just hands down natural things that we can use to improve mood, decrease depression, and avoid all of those heavy synthetic drugs that most of us don't want to take. We're also seeing an improved healing. Well, that absolutely makes sense. If it's got the growth factors and the interleukins 2, 6, and other things, of course we would expect it to, in theory, improve wound healing. And we're starting to see some of that. Stamina and vitality. Well, if your mood is better, then stamina and vitality kind of go hand in hand. We're getting a lot of anecdotal reports that mood and vitality are improved with colostrum supplements. We're also seeing some repair in nervous system damage. So when you couple that with B12 and methylated B9, it seems to be a home run, because there are some studies in Japan that have already proven that B12 and B9 in high doses repairs neuropathy. So when we add colostrum to that, we may see a synergistic effect where between the three of them, we're getting much, much more improvement in nervous system repair of any damage that has occurred than with either of the three of them alone. There are, again, some anecdotal evidence that's going to improve aging, so as an anti-aging. In the disease or disorder department, we're definitely seeing a decrease in blood sugar, some improvement in cholesterol, and something that's very interesting, in the elderly, when they're exercising and they're then giving colostrum supplements, we're seeing some increased strength in the lower extremities. Not so much in the upper. We don't know yet how to tease that out, but we are seeing improvement in strength in the legs, the lower extremities. One of the reasons that we don't have the double-blind controlled trials, that really prove things, negative, positive, or on the fence, is because of the fact that with herbal supplements, vitamin supplements, you don't have big pharma behind these supplements that can put on this $500,000 or $1 million research. So that is one small kind of a negative faux pas on our supplements. But by the same token, when big pharma takes over any of our things, anywhere from aspirin to phosphatidylcholine, which was a wonderful mesotherapy agent that I used back in 2004. Big Pharma did research on it, came back out as the brand name Kybella, and now something that used to cost $60 for about 40 ounces now costs $1,000 for 1 ounce. So suffice it to say, if we're not seeing any side effects, and of course all the naturopaths are logging and turning in their personal studies and research, and we're seeing benefit, it may be something that you and your doctor want to discuss and try for you. So all around, we're seeing a lot of benefit immunological wise, antibacterial, antiviral, again, as I mentioned with HPV, which is a caustic agent, can cause warts, venereal warts, as well as cancers. What a bonus to have something that's natural that can help. So improve your immunity, use colostrum. I certainly recommend it and take it for myself. In all of the patients that I've had with the flu and with coronavirus, this is something that I've added to their regimen before they had it as a preventative, and certainly if they've gotten it as a treatment measure, in addition to the other things that I use. SkinBodyHealth.com is our website. We have our personal store there, and if you buy colostrum today, you will get 20% off your order. So I thank you for listening. I'll open the floor to any questions, and it's always a pleasure talking with you. No. Okay, is it available as a wash yet for the female area as well as an oral supplement? No, only in a small number of clinics that are doing that research. It is available as a vaginal wash, and that's where they were able to document those improvements with HPV in the vaginal canal. Currently, though, for the general public, colostrum is only offered as an oral supplement that you would swallow. Please always look, when you're buying a supplement, look for the GMP seal of approval, which gives sort of some evidence as to the potency of your product. If you're buying something from a GNC or a grocery store or a pharmacy, in the vitamin aisle, in the supplement aisle, they can put anything in the bottle and call it anything that they want, because in the stores, it is considered a food. And as long as they don't hurt you with that food, it could be chalk or it could be a good one, but it's pretty hard to tease out. So if you look for the GMP seal of approval, that helps you to know that you're buying a product that has value and potency. Yes. The question is, can you add colostrum to the other things that you're using for immune defense? Absolutely. Colostrum, vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, main players in our immunity protection, and yes, they can all be added together. Great question. Vitamins A, D, E, and K, you can get too much of. Not easy to do, but it is possible. But colostrum, because, well, the vitamins A, D, E, and K are fat soluble, meaning they collect in your fat, so the fat is a storage, and they can accumulate over time. Really hard to get too much of any of those vitamins. However, colostrum is not a fat soluble vitamin. You cannot get too much of it, so you don't need to measure whether or not you've taken too much. A, D, E, and K are the only ones.
If I'm sick, should I take high doses of colostrum to possibly heal quicker?
So what colostrum has been shown is not to stop the duration or the length of a virus or bacteria bug, an infection, but it is shown to prevent them and to decrease the viral load. So I personally take extra zinc, C, D, and colostrum if I'm ill, but on an everyday basis, I take a small amount every day to prevent illness.
Are there any contraindications to who shouldn't take it?
The only really contraindication is if someone was severely immunodeficient. Meaning someone that was pregnant or lactating, breastfeeding, or someone with a severe cancer or severe HIV. Now, that's because that's what is recommended in medical literature. However, I do know many HIV clinics, many cancer clinics that actually give colostrum with no untoward consequence, but that would be something you would want to discuss with your personal doctor. When a woman is pregnant or lactating, meaning breastfeeding, we never recommend anything unless it is absolutely scientifically proven, because we would never take the chance of causing untoward harm to mother or baby. Okay, well thank you. It's been a pleasure talking with you today about colostrum and its benefits of what it can do to the body, and absolutely enhance immunity and anti-aging. Great for the skin as well. For the next 24 hours, if you go to our store, skinbodyhealth.com, we will have 20% off our colostrum products. Thank you for listening. Dr. Burkenstock.